Hi there, I'm Allie Elliott. Hi, I'm Allie Elliott. Welcome to my stream today. I am still going to work on some competition stuff, and I've got background music that's new today, so that I hope that you can hear me. If you can't, tell me, or if it's really bad music, tell me, and I'll skip it, because it's all experimental. I'm going to continue home for the holidays here, and then I'm going to go through some of the feedback that I got from the judging, and see what I want to change and see what I want to leave the same for the next competition. So, and I've got to decide, I kind of added a little competition, a state comp, that I hadn't been planning on doing, but I would like to run them through another panel just to kind of get an idea of where they stand. So let me know how the volume sounds. It looks like it's decent. Can you hear it okay? It's not that great, so just something so you don't hear me saying every single time, or that's not all you hear. All right, so I really want to get into this one. I'm just gonna delete the other one because I like the muted tree here. I don't really want to go brighter than that for the mood of this. Okay, the music's a little loud. Okay, then how about now? How about now? I can't hardly hear it, so I'm curious if you can or not. So you'll have to tell me if it's good or not, because I can't hear a thing. Okay. Let's see what we want to. So I really want to start zeroing in for these competitions. Some competitions I'll throw a ton in there, and I really want to start zeroing in on what I want to do for the big ones. The big ones being the PPA district competitions and IPC. And I just realized I had not hit record. So, hi. It was not recording before, so I'm Allie Elliott. Welcome to my stream. New with music, yay! And I'm gonna continue working on the composite that I was working on last time. And I'm gonna take some of this feedback and leave some of it, and leave some of the images behind as well. Because I've got to start narrowing it down to the big comps. A case is 4 images per category. So 4 in photographic open and 4 in master artist. Those are 2 categories that I enter. And in the ASP competition, I entered 11. And of those, there were 4 master artists. That's good though. I've never been in this position in Master Artist where I actually have more than necessary. Usually I'm kind of throwing a case filler in there. One of these was done last year, and one of these was actually intended to be in photographic open. So I've got some to cut. And then some I might just, it might just be a matter of changing presentation and re-entering them. So, you guys are gonna have to help me with that because I hate presentation, and I got dinged for that on my scores and stuff. So let's look and decide here what we wanna continue working on. Okay, so there I want this crop, this one, and I'm grabbing, I have the presented images in there, and then I have some that don't. They hated that, but I don't have one without. these might be, I might go to 6. So these would all be photographic open. And I know I'm probably gonna cut this one, but I just kind of want to see how it does when I fix the presentation, since they hated that so much. Is there still music playing? Because I don't hear it at all. And tell me if it's really bad, because I don't hear a thing. It shows it's playing. Anyway, okay, so I'm thinking this is probably going to be on the cutting room floor, but I might give it one more go round in a smaller comp with new, I was playing the same song. Okay, we'll just, I don't know what to do about that. It's supposed to be playing a playlist. Let's see. Oh, it is playing this. They want you to love that song. Go buy that album and then maybe it will let me play something else. It's still not. All right, we're gonna we'll go with this one. With a different one. Nope, it's the wrong one. Okay, that's at least a new song. I don't hear that. That's why it's like, okay, it's still better than listening to me say many times over. Anyway, this one will probably be cut by the end, by the time we get into case building. And I thought this one would be, but it did really well. So I want to see if that was a fluke. I want to clean up some of the errors that they saw in it, and see if, you know, maybe we got a diamond in the rough there. This one I thought would be at least a merit, maybe not anything jaw-dropping, but I thought it would at least be a merit, and it was not, which surprised me. So I want to get in there. Let's see, I think this is one they didn't even talk about. No discussion at all. That's kind of frustrating. They did the next day record feedback for each image, which I appreciate, but I have not. Okay, I'll change it. Okay, let's try that. Tell me how. It's still loud? Oh, here. Is that better? Maybe we'll go way down, because that's, there. I think I did it. And there's my, oh, okay, I didn't know I could do that. It's a whole new world. Okay, so for this image, no discussion. They did, I have not watched the feedback from the next day. I was too salty. I can go back and watch that. Maybe I will. Because I think there's potential here. And I know one thing that I could do is just clean up this side of her hair and give, there might be some grays actually in there that we could fix. Like she's got some gray faded coloring in there. I don't know, I'm gonna skip this. I'm gonna skip this too. That's gonna be so distracting. Okay, I see some grays in the skin tone. Maybe we can clean it up. I just don't know. I'm at the point now where I really want everything that I enter to be at least the possibility of huge impact. And I thought I had it here. They hated it. I did change the presentation on this. I took out that duplication at a lower opacity. And I worked on the cat, but I feel like we could probably work on the cat a little more today and just give the kitty some weight so that she has the same depth that the dancer does. And same with this one. I really thought I had potential for some impact here, so I think I just need to work on the coloring. Again, I struggle with this peach being colorblind when there's color fall off, when there's burning that soaks some of the color up. I don't see that shift, but I think that this has some real possibilities. So we'll work on that. And actually, I do see some graying in there. And actually, her hand looks soft, and it's not. So we might have to go in there and just piece together some options. This one looked different. Where are we at here? This is what I entered, and they were not a fan of this. Let's see. So they didn't like the detail lost in her hair. I can fix that. I liked it like this. It does look splotchy here. So I can work on the detail in her hair and bring it back a little bit. It was really, and I'll have to work on the color here. I'm gonna work with what I have because she had a lot. I can go back and show you the original, but she had a lot of stray hairs. This was after we used the wind machine. So it was kind of a mess. But I already really, really like this crop better. So I think we just go in there and clean up. Like that probably got dragged with her hair when I was fixing her hair. That is unnecessary, but I love the look on her face. I love the sleeves. I love just the whisper of the outline of her hand. So I feel like this one is definitely salvageable. And if you're a client watching this, salvageable is not necessarily a bad thing in competition. It's just meaning that I've got another level that I can take it to. And so it's not necessarily the same verbiage that you would use, you know, that word in another context. So then we've got this one. I don't think there was no discussion on that. There was some great discussion on this one. And I had one more. No, I had two more. So let's put these in. And let's see where the other one was. Oh, of course. And then the one that I'm working on here is also a possibility, Home for the Holidays. Oh, and this one, I didn't have that in there for some reason. So I'm gonna make sure that this is, and grab this one too. Because there were just a few key little things that I think would make a really big impact there. And actually for that one, I'm gonna go into the client folder. So I'm gonna bring it over here and make sure that I'm editing on the one that, let's see at that. So this is the client image. Now where? There we go. So this is the final image, and we moved one more up here, one of the orange ones, and I cleaned up their tags that have the dates for those three. Those three are set apart a little bit, but I felt like that would add a little level of confusion to a judging panel. So this is the one that we'll take, and I've got some key points that I think will make a big difference there, so that was really helpful. So what should we work on here? I've got to decide. I'm gonna earache. I've got to decide if I want to work on, I kind of want to work on 21 Came Before Me because I'm excited about it. Okay, so let's just do that. Let's start there because I've got some notes here. They discussed this for a while, and the one thing that really stood out to me that was huge was that I felt like they got the story. And it was, you know, kind of Oh wait, here, let's do, I hate having all these different versions saved everywhere because I'll never know which one is the most recent updated one. Okay. All right, how do we feel about the music? Can you hear it? Is it better, worse? Would you rather just hear me say what's the word? Okay, so I duplicated this layer, and the first thing that I'm gonna do is, yay! So they pointed out, one of the judges pointed out kind of nonchalantly, and when he did, I was like, oh, that's perfect. So the storm, they started to point out like, well, there's storm over here, and I wanted to rebuttal. I wanted to unmute, and like that's how it's supposed to be. But they got that part. It was just that these balloons that are kind of floating back off a little further still have these same highlights from the sky that these that are down here in the light. And that alone is going to be huge difference. So that's going to be our first change here. And this might be a tough sell because I thought they would be really close, and that's actually not as hard as I thought. I thought that it would grab. Okay, so let's burn. Do we want to paint or burn? I don't know. Let's go. We definitely don't want hard brush. We want, no, we don't. We want nice and soft. Okay, but nice low opacity. And actually, I'm gonna burn a little bit too. See, I've got to go big enough that I'm not having like marks. So, I do want some depth still. So I just have to move those highlights around. No, not like that though. With dodge, which is what I thought I grabbed. And then I'm gonna go a little bit smaller. Oh, I can't hear the music anymore. Are you glad though? Oh wait, I keep moving it there. It's not there, it's here. How about now? It sounds like video game music. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna erase back. Okay. We've got to decide now if we want to. That's a little much. Let's just go back and see. Okay, so it's kind of lost its round. Yes, I'm changing this. This is my child, by the way. That's why it can be testy. Okay. Is it too loud or too quiet? This is kind of quiet music. And it's not great music. It's not. I'm sorry. Let's try this. Let's try hip hop. It's too quiet. Okay. All right. Change it right here. I'm gonna turn it down for me though. Okay. I know, but the ums are supposed to be the ums are supposed to be drowned out by the music. Hello. Back to the ums. Can you hear it now? Can you hear the music? Is it bad music or good music? Okay. I think it was just that it was a little elevator music situation before. All right, I'm gonna lighten this just a tiny, tiny bit. Like way down here. And try and get, I'm gonna go back to Dodge here because I want to get that shape back. That might have given it back just a little bit. There we go. She's coming together. And I want to burn that top. See, there was another That just means I'm working. Yeah, I just want to burn that a little bit and give, that one didn't count because it was an Just give that shape back. And I might try something a little different with the other one. No, I won't, because I was thinking I might just flip that, but I don't feel like that. I don't love that. It's kind of a harsh C shape. So let's see if this one will grab as easily. It did. I'm shocked. Okay, so let's start with a brush, I guess. We're just making it up as we go along. No, I already don't like that. Okay, so I want to keep most of the weight camera left. And it's got kind of a weird like banding thing going on that I don't want. That last one was a little much, but let's see where we're at now. It's kind of losing its shape. Well, you don't have to worry about me singing any of this music because I don't know it. But once I learn it, look out. Let's see. That was a little bit harsh. So we're at 56. I can't. I gotta change it. This is chill music. All right. Well, okay, so it's definitely losing its brightness, which we don't want to do that. But I think they were right about let's see if, just give it some depth there and then dodge it back a little bit. So that was dodge this here and burn back here. So I don't want to lose completely. Maybe we just take a pencil. No. Okay, so this is gonna take 5,000 takes. More, oh, it's at 1%. Okay, that was not as bad as I expected. Okay, and then one more. The pencil definitely works better. I could have saved myself a lot of trouble. If I had that's better. Whoops, one too many. All right. All right, I'm gonna keep these balloons. I like them to make them stand out now. I'm gonna need to work on the sky behind them, which that needs that too. Let's see, this is the left top balloon. Oops. And the right top balloon. Spelled it right that time. And I'm gonna save this just in the progression. Well, this music isn't bad. It's better, we're getting there. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is grab like this whole section and bring it down. And then I'm going to delete that and run the sides out with 100% opacity to make sure that we get rid of any hard lines. So I have a tendency to do that when I feel like I'm in a hurry. And then I'm going to take it down to like 50%. And then take a much bigger brush. Well, yeah. So I want to really accentuate the storm clouds. So I'm erasing back where there's some brighter. And I'm probably looking like right cross-eyed right at you. I don't like this dark streak running through there. So I'll go a little bit. I do like that though, and I'm gonna give it a little more contrast. And now those balloons have a little bump. So let me see, did I put the, I did, that was smart, even if I did it by accident. All right, so now we are really showing off these sloppy edges. So first I'm going to duplicate and hide one. And then take a pretty small brush. And if it's going over the edge at all, it'll just appear to be like a little shadow and maybe even offer more depth. I'm just doing this one with my mouse just because I feel like I have had Photoshop open for like a few days. So it's starting to act, it's not acting right. All right, same deal. And I make sure to raise my finger and restart the line every so often, because otherwise I will have a perfect line until right at the very end and then ruin it. And that's why I'm not a surgeon. And now I don't have to redo that. Hi, I've got music. I'm good, how are you? Making some changes here. Can you hear the music? And can you hear me over it? Okay, I feel like that did make a good difference. It's a little much though. Okay. All right, so now since we darkened those on the left, then I want to brighten the ones towards camera right. I'm also gonna work on the color of her skin and the flowers. Because I like where it's at right now. I'm going to flatten, duplicate, and then save as. And I'll have to copy these into a different folder because my folders are like a mess right now. I've got versions everywhere. Okay. Now I feel like they're a little too bright. I want them to show up though. Okay, anyway. So I'm just gonna take Dodge. And just give these nice, bright. Now watch, as I do this, then they'll be like, I really hate those highlights. That one's pretty bright. The original yellow. You're still scheduling your social media posts. Weren't you doing that last time? I feel like captions are hardest when you are doing a whole bunch at the same time, because I tend to plagiarize myself. I think I went overboard there. Yeah, I'm gonna take some of those off. Okay, so we'll go like that's okay. All right, so I'm gonna zoom way out on this. I think that looks better than where it was. And I definitely see the oranges in there now in her skin tone and really in the reflections. So I'm gonna take care of that. Before I do that though, I'm gonna work on the flowers. So, did I have my, okay. I feel like these are a little bright. So I might just go in and give them a once over with like a burn tool. Okay, I'm gonna have to skip this. I haven't found my music yet that I want. So I'm gonna keep trying. I think I got them all. I just wanted to take those long strands off, and I think I'm gonna burn them down a little bit because they're a part of the story, but they're not the part of the story, the only part, or even the most important part. I guess I missed those. Might go a little heavier on that just so I don't have to go over it. It's a pretty minute detail. But I don't want to get it wrong either. And then just give them a little shadow under there too. Okay, that's kind of still in the dark over there. So I want to not do them the exact same way so that they all have their unique qualities. Oh, I missed that one too. Where are we at? Nope. Yep. Okay, let me hear it. What do you think of the music? I can't really hear it. So tell me if you can hear it. Tell me if you don't want to hear it. If I need to make it stop. If it's better than hearing me say Oh, that's cool. What film do you shoot on? 35? Okay. All right, I'm anxious to get to that one too. Okay. Thank you. All right, so I feel like we're getting some more depth in here. I I don't know that the flowers look all that, oh, maybe they do. I'm just trying to give the camera left side of these flowers a little bit of weight. So they blend a little more, they don't become quite as, they're important to the story, but I want them to be one of those things that you don't, when you notice it, it's awesome and it makes sense, but oh, okay, good. That's kind of what I was thinking and hoping. And if I don't know it, then I won't sing it. And that's everybody wins. I don't see that many changes happening here, but I know they are. Oh yeah, they are. Probably gonna have to dial that back some. So are there music streams? That's cool. That makes sense. I just haven't done a lot of exploring. Yeah, I would think that would be, are they snakes in your control or like in the wild? Oh, Ilford paper. I think I still have some. Whoops. Use this. I'll have to check that out. And by the way, I thought that I could go back in and grab that Discord link, and I couldn't. So if you have it, I would be grateful. That is not a snake that I could photograph, nor is any snake. I could probably make myself do it if I had an idea that I really, really loved, like really loved. Okay, I'm gonna have to work on that foot too, because it really lost a lot of depth. And when I was watching the judging, I saw orange skin on this screen. It looks orangey. Thank you. I'm gonna click on it right now so don't forget. And I don't see it in Photoshop. I only see it on my alternative screen. So I'll have to go in and investigate a little bit. Okay, so let's take an overall look before I get any deeper into this. I do like that better. I wonder though, I'm gonna duplicate this because I wonder if they're just too crisp. And they're not crisp, but in comparison with what's going on around them, they might appear that way. Especially the left side, the darker side. Give them kind of like a watercolor. Check it out. Ugh. Oh my gosh, that detail is incredible. That's a 5-second exposure? They're not so scary up close. Well, is it a poisonous snake or a venomous snake or whatever? Because that's honestly, that's terrifying. But the detail in this, I don't know, are they scales on it? I guess they are probably scales on a snake, but that's gorgeous. I drink too much coffee for macro photography. I need like quick shutter, quick lens. It's just not my specialty by any stretch. Wow. So he didn't move. I couldn't count on babies to do to just not move. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Okay. So I'm going to open up the one that I started from just so that we can see. Just out of curiosity. Ooh, I'm equally scared of them no matter where. And I can't help myself. I have to scream. Okay, this already looks better. And this is what happens, then I get mad at myself for not just doing it like this the first time. Okay, that definitely helped. I'm wondering though if I need more kind of raise, more gradual shift. But they liked these balloons down here, and I do too. And when I started messing with the highlights on these main balloons, it didn't look good. I do probably need something here. There's definitely color shifting in the sky, but nobody mentioned that. So maybe that's a normal part of the sky that I don't see. Okay, so let's duplicate this and work on the color in her dress. Oh, and look at that. That's not good. Left a little clone ghost. All right, and there's some haloing and stuff too. No, I don't want to know that. I'll never leave my house, or probably, I don't know, they're probably in houses too. I've seen YouTube videos. That's terrifying. Hello to 5 whole viewers right now. That makes me so happy. Thank you. Make sure you follow. You're here for the music, I know. Me too. Okay. So I'm just going to copy this so that I can burn freely under her foot because I don't want to drag. That's true. I just prefer for the people around me to be educated in snakes, and so that I don't have to be. They're probably not as scary as in my head they seem. When I was 19, I had a brown recluse spider bite that almost killed me, and that was like inside my house. So ever since then, I'm like, you know what, nature, you do your thing. I'm gonna stay over here. Okay, so we've got a situation here at the bottom of her foot that is gonna require a really small brush. And just clip that little shadowing. And we're not seeing it clip because I copied this part, so then we'll have to go in here and yes, correct. I am 1,000,000% scared of them. I don't know though. I feel like they are scary as well. Maybe not all of them. But even like in a zoo or like somebody's pet. Now if I had like a really cool concept that required a snake, I would get over it. And I've had snake encounters at photo shoots, which is why I take issue. Not too bad though. They could have been worse. Okay, I'm gonna take my exposure down a little bit because this is kind of dramatic. Since I gave my title. Well, okay. Are they scary? I don't know. Maybe they want to scare me. Maybe there's a sadistic snake out there. I can't say that I've given that much thought. Okay, let's see. What's going on with her ankle bone? Looks weirdly shaped. Okay, now I need more. Oh, because I'm on 3. No in between here. Definitely. Now this one looks like shaped normally, so I don't know what's going on with that other one. Too much. Give her toes some definition. Like, I'm kind of nitpicking right now because at this size, I'm at 2 pixels. I don't think that it's probably gonna matter. But this is my second chance, and I want this client to have the perfect image. I know this is a really big deal. Now, I know they mentioned in judging that that she needed a shadow, but oh wait, I'm not on there, that's why. I felt like there was a decently strong shadow. So, I don't know where to go with that. Maybe we'll go a little bigger. Okay, so, I'm going to burn up here because I can see where I did a little bit just to give her some depth. And we're on 19. All right. So there's more weight to her legs now. Oh, okay. I can feel that. Oh, that's very deep. I mean, I gotta say though, I've never looked at a snake with their, so I don't know what that is. Do they always look, can I put your image up on my screen so that other people can see it? Oh, wait. Because I'll say this, I've never looked at, because I shoot people, I've never looked, I don't watch the wildlife photography in comp or anything like that, but I've never seen, where did it go? There it is. The scales that close. He looks so mad. Maybe he's just sad. Now I feel bad. I'm sorry, snakes. I just thought that here, okay, I'm gonna put this up here then so that everybody can see what we're talking about. Because I love the detail in here. And to see that depth in there up close, like, okay, so if you know about snakes, tell me this. Are the scales always like lifted like that? Or is that indication of like some, you know, like a peacock? You know what I mean? Like, is that indicating some emotion or something like that? Because I don't know, honestly, I don't know anything about snakes. So when I got bit by a brown recluse, like, once people know that, they'll like send me pictures of them to see if that's what is in their house. I don't know anything about them. I just know what I went through, and it didn't have anything to do with the spider at that point. It was just, you know, health stuff. I love that. You just said my keywords. The old Hollywood portrait, that is my jam. I love it. I honestly, I love the idea of a, you know, a fancy portrait of animals that don't get that. That's really cool. I'm picturing like a Greta Garbo snake now. I love that idea though. That is honestly, that's really cool. So was this in studio? Did you have control of the light? Is it a girl or a boy? Okay. Ugh. I mean, I'll say that the snakes that I've seen in nature haven't been aggressive, thank God. Because I've run into them a lot in sessions, because I'll tough it out for a good shot. But I don't know that much about them, and I'm scared of them. Now, I know that, like, I had one, I was in a creek with a maternity client, and I was pregnant too, and there was a snake above me that I didn't see, and I grabbed the branch to steady myself, and it just like came down, and it was just that whole, like the surprise factor where you've never seen two pregnant women move faster than that moment. Oh, okay. I actually like the light because I like that he's got, or she, I don't know, catch lights. That's pretty cool. I like the tight macro. It's not angry, it's just his face. That's what I look like when I'm just, it's snake resting face. My kids got it too. Okay, I get back to these legs here. So I don't see orange in there, and like I'm colorblind, so obviously I'm not gonna see like other people do, but I do not see a lot of orange. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna duplicate that layer and hide one. And then we're gonna check in hue and saturation. So to check, oh, and look at that. It is orange. So I think it's maybe in the highlights. Let's check here. I mean, that looks pretty skin tone. I don't think it looks, maybe right there. I mean, I don't think it looks orangey. I mean, I think it's browns. Maybe here, maybe we got a reflection going on. So what we'll do is go into saturation and we'll make that a 0. And just take okay, I'll go with that. I like it. Oh wait, I don't want that though. Okay, let's see if this scares me. Oh. That, I like that light. Now, I would not really have known that that was like a bad pose. I mean, honestly, like a moving pose for me is a scary stick pose. But I wouldn't have guessed that to be bad. But I really like, can I share this one? Can I put this on my screen? I don't want to do it without permission. But I do want to show this light because, or I guess everybody could just click on it. Click on that and give him some website traffic too. But I love the light, and I'm guessing this is a similar scenario where you're not controlling the light, but he's posing for you. He's just gonna slowly raise his fist to his chin because that is, I keep trying to zoom in on it, but that texture is beautiful. I have a new appreciation. His eye looks fake. I think it looks like a glass eye. Oh, thank you. Okay, here we go. Look at that light. I like it. Good work. Yay. New appreciation for sure. Oh, ew, there was a rat. I want your rat. I wouldn't have known that was like a bad. Nope. I'll pop my back. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna mess around with this and then not work on Home for the Holidays. I've got another competition this Friday that I wasn't planning to enter, but I am now. And they have really cool trophies. That's all it takes to get me involved. Okay, a lot of people always think yeah, obviously that's what movies tell us. Rattlesnakes rattle. So if they are rattling, is that always why, or do sometimes they just hang out and rattle? I just run screaming from them. So, ooh, I don't know what I did there to that. I don't like that though. Okay, let's dodge that back. We've got a little gray. That's like people. It's a lot like people. A snake like in my resting face. Welcome back. Back for the music. Consciously telling myself not to say so much has made me say like 1,000 times more. Okay, and we're down here in like absolutely like pixel peaking. Make sure the little wall's still on there. None of this is probably going to make that big of a difference, but they did note her orangey skin tones, so I wanted to fix those. A hair piano. Okay, so let's see if the rest of her, okay, there is a little orange. Man, I hate that. I hate being wrong. It's okay, I'll fix it. And I'm just gonna take the other hand off completely of this section. So we'll go back to hue and saturation and just tone down the yellows a little bit. No, can't completely though, can we? It's really just right here. There must have been some kind of reflection. And I want to erase this back from the highlights because it's really just the shadows. I honestly see zero difference at all, but I know it's there. Okay, so I'll merge those, and now I see this little detail that I can't ignore. There we go. Okay. Ooh, it's coming together. I knew there was more potential here, and I couldn't put my finger on it. So this is when it's really worthwhile to do a competition. This is when it really matters. All right, I'm gonna work on her dress because I do see some, you know, kind of shadowing with, and I did a lot of work to it. Oops. It's mainly in the back. So, there are the reds. Okay, so I think yellow is the issue. So let's see here. Okay, I'm going to skip this. Okay, that is so subtle. I see it though, it's definitely there. I think what I do want to do is burn the shadows in there a little bit more, and that might help. All right. Nope. Okay. Yep. That's where we're at. I like that. I'm gonna go down to 50% over some of these highlights just because, no, I'm not at 50, I'm 39. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna merge those, and then I'm gonna duplicate again and then hide one so that we can see the progress that we're making. And I see a little, just the slightest halo around there. So since I see it now, I've got to get rid of it. Oops. Okay, that took of the haloing that we had going on. That's better. Okay, that's making me happy. All right, so I'm gonna duplicate this layer and go down here and do a little bit of burning, not that small. Okay, maybe close to that small. And just kind of deepen the textures. While we listen to slow jams. Little like humpy thing. It was a short song. Okay, now before I get too carried away, do the same thing. just with the brightest highlights in the same way that I did the deepest shadows. Now come way back here. That probably, well, I don't know. I was thinking I might need to make that a little smaller, but I think it looks okay. And I'm not seeing orange skin tones in her face. It's almost like maybe even grayed a little. Okay. So let's make sure that we've got all the color we need in there. Just warm it up a little. Moved her face? That might just look like it from down there. Yeah, we'll end up. All right, merge those. Okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. All right, this is what we came into the day with suggestions from judges and all my little notes from them. So, I was looking at the wrong one. that could have been bad. Just this second though, not the whole time. Okay, so I didn't take a lot of notes at this point because I was super duper frustrated. It was one of the last ones. But they talked about, they were kind of like they were over it too by that point in the day. But one person challenged it and said, you know, there wasn't a lot of weight to the foot. Okay, so fix that. That these were heading up into the storm. Well, here, I'll show you rather than point at them. These balloons on the left were heading up into the storm clouds, but they didn't, they had the same highlights of the rest of the clouds. There wasn't any distinction. So we took care of that. They did like these and liked the subtlety of the changing colors. So we left that. The flowers felt disconnected from the rest of the grass and the ground. So I tried to adjust the dimension and the clarity. Some of them were a little too crisp and gave them some dodging and burning. They were concerned with the color and her skin tone, that it was too orangey, which I see now. And I see the flatness too. And corrected that, and then I gave her skirt a little more movement and took some of those bright undertones out. And all of that needed to happen. I looked at it long enough that I wasn't seeing what needed to happen. So I feel like I made some good progress. Let me know what you think. Okay, wait, before I do that, I'm gonna save it. And then I'm going to flatten, duplicate, and save as a new version. Once I get to progress 20, I feel like we're trucking. Like we're getting to where we need to be. And then I'm just gonna play around a little bit and see. Yeah, that made a big difference. And I feel like I tend to like be afraid to go too deeply into shadows. Oh, I'm only at 13. So I need that push. Okay, that's definitely, I think we're making some progress. I'm gonna say this is a separate copy though, because I don't trust myself. Okay, now I can get back to work on, okay, so I'm gonna save this as, 21 came before me after comp edit. So I'm gonna save this in the Pennsylvania folder. So just added. Okay, so I feel like that's a big improvement from where we were. And, oh yes, okay, so I need to create the presentation, which, not my finest. Shoot, I actually really like that. And they didn't, this might have been one they didn't complain about. So let's do this. Let's just hope it ends in the right place. It didn't.
It's not exactly clear whether they even truly exist.
Oh, that's not helpful.
In the physical universe. If they do, if one day physics finds a use for them, that's great. But if not, that's great too.
I'm hungry.
That would mean that we have, with this brain.
All right, so I'll probably just put a stroke on this. I'm not gonna do anything fancy because that doesn't end well. That might be too much though. Maybe we'll just do 2, or we'll do, that is not, I thought that was yellow. Let's try that. Okay, I like the color, but I think I'll go down to 2 pixels. There we go, nice and subtle. Yes, that is a fact. All right, I'm gonna put this in here. Oh, that's why. All right. Let's do this, and I'll save this as a matted copy. Okay, I'm happy with that. I think it's better than it was. I don't know that it's finished yet. And this is bigger than competition because this is for my client, a very special picture. But he didn't challenge. I love a good challenge, except when I know that my image is coming up and then they challenge everything and I have to sit there and listen through the challenges. Okay. Okay, I'm pushing aside my actual work for the time being and gonna check on oh, not cool. Okay, what do I want to work on? I'm kind of paralyzed right now. So I need to, okay, I know, let's do this one. Because this is one I really thought was gonna be a scrapper and just not, I wasn't even gonna put it in, and one judge really loved it. So they said the fingers were muddy, and I'm in here, maybe these fingers? I don't really see what they were talking about. So I'll give them a little definition. But I was really surprised because one judge really fought for this and made me look at it with a new light. Oh. My phone is going nuts. I'm not going to spend too much time on that part because I agree that it looked muddy when it was up on judging, but maybe even this one. It was funny, the thing I noticed about this judging was that when somebody would really fight for something, then they would look for a rebuttal, and they would just kind of, there were 2 times with my images, maybe on others. I didn't pay as much attention when it wasn't my own. But there were 2 times that when asked for a rebuttal, it was super nondescript. And they were just like, meh, I don't know, I'm just not feeling it. Which, when you're trying to make changes for a case, is not super helpful. And then over here, this definitely needs got some haloing. It sounds like, this music sounds like waiting in line at Space Mountain. I can see that, if the personality that would take to photograph celebrities. You know, as far as like, I've photographed celebrities, but it was for their private pictures. It wasn't anything that anybody outside of their family was going to see, and they weren't like real famous. They were athletes, but for people that's their main source, I can see that trait for sure. I'm gonna put some color back in here and then drain it down because I know it's missing some definition. can't see very well. So now I can just, I'm gonna go real small. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go small, but I'm gonna go 50-ish. And really take it out of the highlights. But that'll at least give it a little more of a definition. So it's not so grayed out. That might take some work, actually. I'm not sure I have the attention span for that tonight. I used to, as far as like celebrity stuff goes, like, I don't think there are a lot of people that I would be like, oh my gosh, it's a celebrity, like, be like fangirl. I really don't, I feel like I outgrew that. I don't know that I would want to photograph a celebrity, except in a private setting, you know, for their kids or, uh-oh, it's freaking out. Okay, I'd really like to get this done before Friday because I would like to hear some discussion on it and I would like to finish it. Oh, no, she's freaking out. What's going on? There we go. Let's see here. So, I've got, here's my folder for this Friday that I would like to retouch. I'm disappointed that this one didn't get any feedback because I know that it's not ready. I know it's not perfect right now or great even, but I would have liked to have known if they got the story or, you know, I feel like there's potential, but I'm kind of at a point where I don't know what to do. So I might have to send that to some friends. If you've got suggestions, let me have them. Do you get the story? If you haven't been on here when I've talked about it before, I'd love to hear. So the title is Build a Ladder to the Moon, which should give away the story. If they didn't get the story, well, there's not much I can do for them. Okay, so retouched that. That looks, is that my new retouch? I think it is. And then, does that mean that I saved it? Where did I save it? There it is. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do is open this. Uh-oh. Did I not save the one with the presentation? Oh, here it is. Shoot. Okay, so I'm gonna save this in the competition folder for Pennsylvania. So that is done. And I really don't know what I'm gonna do with the ones that they gave 0 feedback on. I feel like it's maybe a waste of money to send it through another panel without anything that I can change. This one, they didn't like the presentation, so I just took that off, but they also didn't like the lighting. That it wasn't good facial lighting. I'm a little bit confused by that. So I'll just keep staring at it with my snake resting face. So I don't know, I may take that out because I was never gonna have this one and this one together because it's, you know, it's same 2 subjects and they're so memorable. So can't do that. And this one is much more dynamic as far as like potential goes. I'm not sure. So their big thing with this was that the cat looked cut out, and I'll show you the one that I entered. So that you can see what they mean. And I see what they mean too. I just didn't. Okay, that's how I changed it. Here's the one that I entered. And then I went back in and changed it. And honestly, zooming in on the cat, the dodging and burning I feel like made a pretty solid difference. Let me see if I can get it a similar, so we can go back and forth on just the cat. That's the old one. And that's the new one. So I think there's a solid difference. I just don't know if it'll be enough. I'm just gonna keep, again, like I just keep staring at it. It's like I'm paralyzed because I've got so much to do with all of these, and then with my regular work. I'm going to turn this down a little bit because nobody needs to see me that bright. Slightly out of focus and dark. This is the optimal lighting scenario. All right, so, okay, this is the ASP. So that's done and dusted. This is the stuff that I'm gonna work on. This is done. I'm kind of thinking of just taking this one out, actually. How do we feel about this? I honestly don't know. I don't know. So, all right, that's done. That's maybe done. Did I fix the arm? Did I make it worse? I think I might prefer the other one. See, why do I do this to myself? I have no decision-making ability. I do. I think I prefer that one. Let's open them both up and see. In here. I really need to work on that one because that's going to take a while, and then I'm going to have 1,000 things that I wish I had done differently. And okay. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Let's just erase some of this back. And then okay, so this was a roundabout way. Okay, it's just adding like a touch of color in there. And then let's see about, oh no. See, I killed the part of my body that actually is affected by caffeine, and that sounds like a lot of caffeine though. I definitely don't want 100%, maybe like 15. Yes. They no longer respond. Hi, Goosey. I'll be done in a minute. No. Okay. Oh, now, okay, now that looks better. All right. Let me make sure that I've got the lines gone. You see any lines? Keep going with it. You can go upstairs. No. Well, I don't actually know me not on caffeine. So maybe it is. Maybe you're onto something. Okay, there's a little highlight in here. So I see where it got muddy. But let's just clean that up a little tiny bit. And then this is, I feel like this music is making me jittery. It's music, it's not 24-hour-a-day caffeine. I might have just made his arm shaped weird. Oh, all right, looks better. I gotta skip this. There we go. Okay, so have I done anything that I planned to do? No. But I did stuff. And part of that noise is just kind of like a background bleed. I might just be, you know, overdoing it here. Oh no, I feel like that looks a lot better. There's like a line. It seems unnatural. I want anything that'll make his muscles look bigger. Yeah, that's a weird line. Okay. Yeah. Listen, I'll take people that want to listen to the music. I'll take people to come for any reason whatsoever. Oh, that made a big difference. I feel like I did something today now. Because that was pretty muddy, which is part of the reason I felt like it didn't have a ton of future, but I'm really happy with that. All right, so we'll put this in here. And now it is, oops. And then I'm gonna, right now before I forget, put a finals. Because sometimes I've done a lot of work to a comp image and then resized it for the comp and didn't save the uncompressed version. So that's unfortunate. All right, so that one is a dark horse in competition, but I'm a fan. I like it. 6 whole viewers. Like, that makes me so happy. Thank you for joining me. Follow, make sure you follow. And now I will finally get to what, well, will I? Let's check. Am I actually gonna get to what I planned on working on today? All right, so we did that one. Probably gonna scrap that one. We did that one. I don't know what to do to that one. And I kind of did that one. Maybe we'll work on that one a little bit because I feel like we did. Are you kidding me? Did I just save that in the wrong place? I did. See, this is. Okay, so now we'll save this in the right place. At least I got it. Oh, well, I'll take 3 human viewers. Don't rain on my parade. I don't usually, so does that mean I usually have 0? Do you get bots per human? Oh, here we go. Okay. Save this in Philadelphia. No, why do I keep saying Philadelphia? Okay. Well, at least that explains why they're not following. Bots are also welcome to follow. I'll take anybody. All right, now do we have it in the right place? Yes, that is much better. Okay, okay, so did it, scrap it, did it, not sure what to do, deal with that another day, that one too. I think I will go ahead and work on that one because it's a little more simple and I feel like a few little changes could make it really sing, which is a pun because the title is Then Sings My Soul. Okay, they don't. Oh, okay. Well, it's just a feel-good bot then. Then I feel like I have more viewers. No, definitely. I'm in for the long haul. I can feel it. It's gonna be a long haul. That's okay though. Okay, so we've got to do detail and hair. There was too much negative space. I already took care of that. And the presentation was too dark. I haven't even thought about that yet. And the hair and neck. Maybe we don't want to mess with this one today, actually. Yeah, not yet. I'm gonna file this away with these others that need to be done. So I'm gonna make notes here. Maybe scrap, done, done. Maybe I'll remember. How do you do that? How do you raid? I'll do that. Oh no, I lost half. I'm only at 3 viewers now. Is it the bots that stayed? Okay. Done. I feel like I'll remember. So really from here on, I haven't done anything. Okay, so here I've got to decide what I want to do with the pictures. Well, first of all, I'm going to change this frame a little bit because I'm going to take these highlights off of the left side. Oh, that's going to be tiny. Okay. And then probably just do 100 here. We could maybe go a little bit bigger. There we go. And as long as I stay in the general pattern of the frame, this is going to be really, really dark when I'm done. So I don't have to be super precise right now. Okay, rating is when you end your stream by bringing viewers to another stream. Okay, that's cool. What do I do to do that? Just say it. Here are my 3 human viewers and maybe some bots. I might leave that one because it's on the right hand side. Whoops. I think that's the one I just said I was gonna keep. Okay. Okay, type /raid. Okay, so do I hit end stream before? No, I hit end stream after the raid. Yes, that'll be important to remember. Okay. Okay, I'll do that. How do I know where to go? What raid will, like... I'm new. I have to ask these questions now so that... Okay. Thank you. You've been so helpful. Okay. Okay. So I'm thinking for this, oh, I've got to write that down. I have not photographed present yet. Okay. I've done that a few times and there haven't been a whole bunch of people. But I'm definitely game. Okay. Okay, let's see. What are we doing here? Where's the clock? There we go. Okay, so unfortunately chain is right over the clock. I wonder if that's dark enough, though it won't really matter. I'm just trying to get rid of that shadow. How do you find one? Like in the wild, or do you go to like rescues? And they're probably snake rescues. We have one rescue in our town that would have like, I think they're like a exotic and wild animal, and then a whole bunch of just like and then obviously zoos and stuff. Okay, and then once I get this kind of obscured from where it was, I'm going to duplicate this and hide one so that I can kind of draw back in some of the chain. Oh, that's a pretty good start. You're halfway there. Oh, wow. So you're outdoorsy too. I always think that I'd like hiking and stuff, and I'll do it for, you know, for a photo. What's going on? Oh, that's what that is. I'm gonna go much smaller. Okay, what else is on your photography bucket list? I love hearing stuff like this. I don't really have one. Although one is Northern Lights, which is kind of, that's kind of, you know, everybody's. All right, and then I'm going to Eastern Diamondback. I did photograph copperheads. Will you be able to identify? I'll see if I can find that, because the client that I was with felt pretty sure that they were copperheads. After we saw them, we were in the creek, and then when we went on the bridge over, we looked down and there were a bunch of snakes. I have to think of the client's name now. Oh, I'm totally drawing a blank. Oh, never mind. I remember now. Let me see. Oh, yeah, this is it.
Hello? Hello?
What is this music? Oh, it's sad. I'm judging it by the name, it's sad anyway. Let's see. Let me see if I have. There. Can you identify the snake? And it's from, it was like a 200 millimeter lens. We were far away and up on a bridge. But I was on these rocks right before, and they're probably all the same picture because I was like getting out of there. So is that a bad kind to be around? Because I was in his space. So I gave it back to him. Oh, really? Okay. Well, that story is not nearly as scary now that I know. But I gave him his home back, and all's well. Here, oops. Okay, let me grab it again. Let's see if that's the best. That's probably, actually this one looked sharper. Yeah, that one's sharper. Ooh. This is Central Southern Indiana. And this was fall, I think. Here, let me see. Whoops. This was in November. Okay, so not an aggressive, or I'm not gonna like go pick it up or anything, but I'll just wave at him as I go by. Okay, so I'm going to, here's what I was gonna do, I forgot. I'm gonna grab just like some of the lights and bring it up over the clock. Okay. And then I'm just gonna warp. And then take a little, well, not that little. Now the one that dropped down over my head, oh, here we go. We got a link. Oh yeah, that is it. That one I didn't take a picture of because I was getting out of there. Whoops. I'm just gonna give it some more sparkles. And then dodge just and burn. And then I'll probably just run a little swipe of like 50 over there. Okay. Now I'll put this back so I can put it right over the clock. I think this is, yeah. Merge those, and then actually we'll just go ahead and merge it with the clock. Okay. I don't know, like I don't know any identifying features of any snakes at all. Although I kind of know that like black snakes aren't scary. They're like rat snakes, and actually they're kind of good, I think, to have around, so you don't get mice maybe. I don't know. My sister and my brother-in-law are farmers, and you know, have a decent idea of what snakes are good snakes to have around. They should have cats mainly for that purpose, but okay. Okay, at this rate, I'm also gonna miss the next competition for this image because I've done like one tiny minute. Whew. Okay. That looks like it too. The bottom of it, are there hybrid snakes? Could have the bottom of one kind. Where did it even go? Did I put it away? Oh, is it the shape of the head? Oh, that one's the... Let's see. Okay, now I've got to look at these again. Oh, yeah. Okay. See, that doesn't look nearly as pretty as the one that you shared with his scales all like, you can see the depth of the scales and everything. These all just look... Where's the other one? Oh, I just looked at that one. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, he's got his tongue out. Yeah, that head is different. Okay. So, worst case scenario for Friday. Do I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would be happy with that, I think. Wait, do I have 5? 1. So I'll definitely do this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And I think with this one, I need to go back in and clean up the hair and put some more detail back in there. And I might have to find an image with little sister's hands on big sister. Oh, okay. So the head, okay. So what, next time I see a snake, is it the head that you look at to see if it's one that you should run from faster than the others? Because I've heard that before. I mean, we have a lot of snakes around here. So you would think that I would not be so scared of them. But here we are. I think I'm gonna grab, I have a wedding picture in here. They're not gonna chase you. Well, I definitely give them space. Lots of it. I forget what I was looking for. Oh yeah. Okay. So I have a wedding picture. Okay. So as long as I'm not bothering them, we're cool. And I would never. Okay, there's my sad, empty, upcoming prank competition folder. And then I have to look in my slides from my family, because I think what I'm going to do in these frames is a real obvious wedding picture, and then okay, all right, lay it on us. Let's get some info here, because we're coming up, right? Spring. And honestly, one of my most favorite places to photograph. I know they're there. They've got to be there. Like, it's, if I were a snake, I would totally live in that. It's by a lake and it's really pretty. I know snakes love the view. But you can just feel like they're there, but I've never actually seen one there, and I'm shocked. And it's real secluded, so they wouldn't be like, you know, hiding from people or anything. Okay, I'm gonna look through here for a wedding picture. I know I have them, but I'm not confident that they're slides. All right, let's see here. Okay, that makes sense. That's what I thought for some reason, that the triangle was like the warning. Let's see. That is, I'm not seeing any wedding pictures. I know I have them. If they're saved somewhere else. There they are. Aren't they cute? So there's engagement. Okay, so where are they? Front fang venomous snakes. So where do they keep their venom? They should all keep it in the same place so that we know. All right, I'm not seeing any wedding pictures. Man, I know that Now, see, now I'm grateful for the music because I'm just staring and saying, and not finding what I'm looking for. Where could it be? Okay, I may have to just scan it or pull it from Facebook, which it doesn't really matter because I'm going to kind of paint over it. So even if I grab like a Facebook thing, it doesn't really... Okay, I might have to just go into Facebook. So what do I need? I'm gonna write this down because I need to photograph a present, and I need wedding picture, and then their most recent picture, which I'm pretty sure I have that because I think I took it. But I'll gather those so that you don't have to wait. Okay, and then I need to go through and make a list. Because I also think this one, they had a really nice, where is it? They had a really nice discussion on this one, and it made me feel like I shouldn't give up on it yet. So what I'm gonna do is build kind of a room and tell more of the story, have like some school books stacked up, and give better dimension, like you said, some knobs. Was that here? I think that was here, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Poltergeist. I think it was a poltergeist image. Like just something to describe this more visually as the TV. I want to give it some perspective and some corners so that I can play with the light a little bit. And then I'm also going to try and bring back a little bit of detail in his shirt. So that's going to be a whole, so there are a few of these. This one's also going to be, I'm kind of wondering if I should just separate the background completely and almost like make it low opacity, kind of painted, almost like a backdrop rather than an actual set. So that's kind of experimental. And as I'm saying it, I kind of hate it already, but I'm gonna try it because I really like this and I think it's got a lot of potential, and it was lost on the judges, but I don't think it's done. I like the idea of adding the feet. That was here too. And then I can have his feet on the ground and her feet kind of dangling just to kind of juxtapose that a little bit. So that is going to be kind of time consuming, and that's going to be kind of time consuming. And this one, I don't even really know what to do with it. So I'll just stare at it. I'll just stare at it on stream for a few hours, and yes, like I agree that it has to be. And then sometimes they'll like rave about something that I'm just completely missing all of it. There's one of those this weekend that like I to take a step back and go, okay, do I know? Just when you think you got to figure it out, then they're raving about this like cell phone picture. And it looked like a cell phone picture. Some pictures don't. I get that. I've seen the commercials. This one did. But I don't really know. I don't know what to do with it. But I feel like I didn't do really anything. Like it was too easy. So there's something missing on this one. Like maybe it just needs to be more like super exaggerated. I don't know. know. And I sketched out 3 more ideas. That doesn't help me at all to just start from scratch. But sometimes the things that are best are I'm sketching out another one because I keep thinking about it. You got disqualified? Was it a PPA or was it like an affiliate or anything? Because I've seen judges have to DQ like from judging somebody that they knew. I always wonder, because sometimes I can watch and just go, I know exactly who that is. Just by oh. Oh, I see, I see. That's interesting. Oh yeah, like if you, I mean, compositing is, I feel like a totally separate. Oh, well that's good then. That's the way it's supposed to be. Lipstick, I forgot I had lipstick on. Okay. All right, I feel like I'm probably done for the night, even though this is literally all I did on this image. But I am really hungry. Okay, so tell me how do we do this? What do we do to raid? What was it a composite of? Was it portrait? This song sounds like a countdown. Oh yeah, those plane images. There were a lot of those in this competition. Well, it's a plane not landing. Well, what's the next picture look like? Okay. All right, I think I'm gonna pack it up for today. I'll definitely be back tomorrow. We're gonna have a little house guest. There's my neighbor's monster truck. So I'll give him a minute to rev it up. Okay. So how do I do this then? If that's who... Oh, let's try that. Do I copy it? Now I've got to scroll back up to the directions that you gave me already. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I type /raid and then a space and username. Okay. Okay, where's the countdown at? Should I see it somewhere? Okay, yay! Oh, okay. So do I hit raid now? Are we ready? I'm nervous. Okay. So do I hit this and then end it, or I do this and then I go and like chat and then end it? I need like really specific instructions. Okay, here we go. All right, guys, I'm not sure if I did that right, but if you're still seeing me, thank you so much for being here. Follow me on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, and come back tomorrow and join the party. Have a great one.
That's why I do my mommy. Please.